Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm Moxie Infernape, and this is my Week 3 battle for Season 3 of the MPL. So this week I'm going up against Orobam, the coach of the Houston Megahorns. So check out the team builder link down below if you want to. It wasn't too long this week, it was like 18 minutes, so I'm definitely getting better shortening up these team builders, so that's cool. But I will briefly go over my team. So we got a Wind Scout here. It's pretty offensive, it's got a nice tail turn combo. We got a physically defensive Uxie holding a Colbert, got U-turn, got Stealth Rocks. Got a physically defensive Skarm, got some speed on it. We have Defog, we have Spikes, it's cool. We have a especially defensive Nidoqueen, we got a little bit of speed as well, and we have T-Spikes on that, so that's cool. We have a Life Orb 3 attack Crawdaunt with Protect. Then we have a Sub-Cool Manaphy, so that's pretty dandy. Aura on the other side is bringing a Landorus T, Slowking, Frostlass, Lucario, Lantern, and Mega Medicham. So a little bit different of a team I was expecting. Of the exact 6 that I listed down of what I thought he would bring, I got 3 of them right, so that's it's a very solid meh. I was hoping to get more right, but it doesn't really matter because I did still at least try to prep for everything. I think I prepped for everything decently. But what I was so he does bring both water types, Silking and Lantern. I was not expecting that. Although it does kind of make sense with how he does, it makes sense, kind of, which you guys will see later, just with how he does use both those water types. Landorus T, I didn't really expect too much just because I have a really good counter to it being Skarmory, but then again, each time I switch him, he could just go for a nice U-turn, so that argument could be made. So I don't know, whatever. He's got some cool things. Frostlass, I was kind of scared of it just because I don't have a great switch into it. Manaphy could be a pretty good switch in, but T-Bolt's pretty possible. I think it could be Life Orb with T-Bolt, just to like check Manaphy. So if I do set up a Tail Glow, he could do that. See what outspeed me. So he could have that. But yeah, Frostlass offensively is pretty good against my team. So let's just get into the battle now. So my plan was either lead with Whimsicott or Nidoqueen, kind of depending on if he brought Frostlass, and he did bring Frostlass, so I thought he might lead with it. So I'm going to lead with Whimsicott, which does have a Yachi Berry. Also, I have my fan on, just in the background. You might hear it. Sorry if you do. It shouldn't be too loud, but whatever. So I was not expecting his Medicham lead here, because in the first 2 weeks, he brought Medicham both times, but he didn't lead with it. Actually, I'm gonna pause. Yeah, I was not expecting this Medicham lead though, just because he likes to bring in like somewhat late game and then Mega and then just kill some things. But interesting to see how he did it this week. Yeah, so he leads with it. He just goes for Fake Out as I switch into Uxie. I could have added Rocky Helmet. Originally I had it, but switched it for Colbert. Anyways, yeah, so Fake Out does a fair chunk, even though I'm physically offensive. That thing just hits really hard. So he switches out into with Landorus. I think it's Landorus. Yeah, he goes into Lando, as I believe I just set up rocks. Yeah, so here I'm thinking, alright, you could knock off. I would like to keep my Colbert. It wouldn't do much, so you could U-turn. I'm going to Skarm. I should be able to eat whatever you want to go for. I don't think you would anything. You could go for Smackdown. That could be kind of scary, but no, you just go for U-turn. So I'm thinking you could be Scarfed. You could be. So it does do like nothing to me, and then he will see I have lefties. So I'll get back some more health. Although, so actually, I think for that, I should have stayed in on that play and then just gone for a U-turn myself, because even though his is super effective against me, still I'm physically defensive, so it wouldn't do a whole lot. It does like 30% if I recall correctly from calcs. So it doesn't do a whole lot. It does help chip down my Uxie, but still it would have been nice to get off the slow U-turn to see what he goes into and then keep the pressure up, and Awa to have the initiative. So that could have been helpful, but I guess I didn't want him knocking me off. I wanted to keep the Colbert alive for Lucario. But he did not bring the T-Tar, so I wasn't as worried about keeping my Colbert. Anyway, so he goes into Slowking here. So I believe I go into Whimsicott now, because I know I can deal with this thing decently. It's a decent switch. I could have gone to Manaphy, but you could be like pretty offensive and psychic me, so I don't want you to just do that. So I'm going to try to scout for TBF as best as I can, so I can maybe get the sub with Manaphy, and then hopefully glow, and then do great things. So he goes for Scald as a switch in, and you do see that he is Life Orb. So I go for a knockoff here. I could have gone for a Giga Drain here, gotten some health back. Maybe I should have. I could have gone for a U-turn. That might have been a better play, predicting Fire Blast. I was kind of hoping it would have Ice Beam because I have a Yachi, so I'll be able to take that. Goes for Fire Blast. It does knock me out. Even if I went for a Giga Drain, I don't think I would have lived it because he still would have had his Life Orb, so he would have done more damage, but he would have took like total probably about 15, maybe actually no, probably about 20% more if I did go for a Giga Drain instead of knockoff. I don't know. I don't know. I just didn't really think it's gonna Fire Blast, or I thought maybe I could live. But whatever. So because I do have a fair amount of Spit F. So now I bring in Crawdon. So a knockoff is obvious as hell. I knew he was gonna go into Lucario. So I thought, well, okay, knockoff plus Aqua Jet kills. So I'm gonna just do that. So he goes into Lucario as the obvious play is, because justified, you know. So I go for knockoff, and I'm Life Orb, I'm Adamant, Adaptability. This does a lot. It does like 75%. This just destroys this thing. So now he gets a justified boost, which I knew he was going to. So now Extreme Speed is the obvious play, and it looks like I can live from the calc. I think if it gets a max roll, I die. But I would die to Life Orb, most likely, unless if he gets a min roll. But I thought, well, I want Crawdon to stay alive. I don't want to just sacrifice Crawdon, because Crawdon could be a big offensive threat to him, because he did not bring Chestnut. Now, I really should have thought about that. I should have thought about that and not gone for knockoff, because I knew he was going to go into this thing. So I probably should have gone for Crabhammer on the switch, but I don't know, I just wanted to knock off, get off big damage. So E-Speed's obvious, so instead of going into Skarmory, or actually, take Life Orb damage, but yeah. So instead of going into Skarmory, I go into Uxie, because I thought you might want to close combat predicting a switch. If so, I have Uxie. I mean, I can take the other E-Speed or close combat fairly well. So yeah, I take that decently. I know I'm getting chipped down, and my switching to Mega Medi is getting very hurt, and that's not a word, very weakened / very hurt. So he does go for a Crunch now, as he does Break My Culver. So here, I go for a U-turn. I thought he would switch. I over-predicted here. I get off like nothing on him. So yeah, I thought he would switch, because Slowking would be pretty good switching into this, or just... I thought he would want to keep this thing alive, really for Manaphy, but just it could be nice to get off powerful E-Speeds later in the game. Now he has a +1, so I might not want to just waste that, but still I thought it would be nice for him. Also, here, I guess I wasn't paying too much attention to the battle, or I don't know, I didn't really know what item he was, but I knocked it off with Crawdon, so I just kind of forgot that. So I thought maybe he was Scarf or something. I don't know. I was trying to scout for his item, but I had already knocked it off, so I was a dummy. So I go into the Skarmory because yeah, the U-turn. So I thought he would switch because he's a Lantern, which could just eat up a Brave Bird. I didn't calculate, but I doubt it does more than 10% because I think it just eat it up. So I thought, okay, you gotta switch. So I actually went for Spikes here, so it could be a decent neutral play, like just in case if you stay in, I could still get them up. So he actually stays in and goes for the close combat, and so he's a +1, so it easily 2KOs me. Yeah, it does. It's like 65-ish%. Yeah, probably around there. So yeah, the next one's definitely gonna kill me. I don't really have a good switch, and I don't have a Ghost type. And I could sack off Uxie. Maybe should have done that, but then I don't know. I feel like Uxie was a little more important. I mean, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, close combat does just knock me out. I really should have Brave Birded. I just really thought he was gonna switch because he's such a free, or not free, like essentially free switch into Lantern. Although I guess he would have taken Rocks damage. So that's one thing. And after the battle, I did talk to Aura, and he didn't want his Lantern taking, or he wanted it to take as little damage as possible because he wanted it for the Manipulator. Because he actually has a Rando Berry on his Lantern, which you guys will see later. So I just bring in Gumdrop here. I'm thinking, alright, I just gotta kill this thing. Now I'm gonna try to predict. I'm just gonna Skull. Skull just kills. He doesn't E-Speed. I guess they thought maybe I was bulkier, and he could get off a close combat before he dies to Skull, but no, he just goes for probably close combat. So, but yeah, I kill him. So that's cool. So he brings in this thing. I really wanted to sub here, thinking he would Scald. But I thought, well, no, he's playing really safe in this game so far. He hasn't really made any, like, predictions. He's just making, like, the simple play. It's like, alright, I'm just going to attack what's in front of me. So I thought he would Volt Switch here, or maybe T-Bolt. So I go into Stephanie and lead me to Queen Air, thinking and just hoping and praying he would T-Bolt or Volt Switch. And, to my luck, he Scalds, or of course. And it does about half, actually a little over half, and it gets burned. I'm just thinking, bruh. Actually, but I get the Black Sludge. I mean, just okay, but like, bruh. Oh, this game's not going well. I do have some Hazards up. I do Rocks up and do 1 layer Spikes, so that's cool. But I think score's 5-4, or it's 5-5. But no, it's 5-4 because when Scott and Skarmory did, right? If I'm wrong, yeah, you guys will see it right below me. But still, this game is not going. It's not going well for me. I do have Crawdaunt, Manaphy, which are huge threats. Mini Manaphy. If I can set up with Manaphy, I still have a chance, but really that's my only chance in this game. Now, that was really what I was really going for when I built this team for Manaphy to sweep, because I felt like that was my best way of winning it, and Manaphy is a great win con. I need to play right, though. Really nothing. It just hasn't worked out for me so far. Not making the plays I need to. So he actually switches out. I guess, yeah, Fearing and Earth Power, which I do go for. I do a decent amount of damage as it brings in Slowking. He takes Rocks damage, he takes Spikes damage, so he takes, a fair chunk from Hazard, so that's really starting to stack up, really hurting his Water type. So Earth Power does a fair chunk. I don't think another Earth Power would kill. It might. Sludge Wave might. It's a tad more powerful. I thought he might want to, predict another Earth Power, go into his Lander, so I kind of wanted to Surf here. But I thought, I'll make a safe play. I'm T-Spikes. I'm not sure if Sludge Wave kills, so I don't want to go for Sludge Wave. And have you live, then have you switch out, and then have you get some health back from that. So he does just Skull, knock me out. So I'm not in a great position, again. But Manaphy can come in and be cool. So I thought, okay, he's Life Orb, or he was, I guess, until knocked off. But he was Life Orb, so he's probably more offensive. So probably a Psychic, so I guess he's just going fat here. Now I know in week 1, I think he carried 3 attacks with Life Orb and T-Wave, so he could have gone for T-Wave here. So maybe subbing would have been a good play, but if he's Psychic, that would kind of been just wasting my time and wasting my health. So I do just Evo there and knock him out. So he brings in his Lantern. Right, so I decided, you know what, I don't think you're going to Skull. Wait, why did I... Okay, never mind. I realized the play I made here, and I realized the logic behind it. So, with the T-Spikes up, that poisons him. So I'm going to go for sub. That way he has to take a little more poison damage from a Volt Switch, because he'll have to switch out. So if it was T-Ball, we could have just broke my sub state in. But because it's Volt Switch, he'll have to switch out and then take more hazard damage when he comes back in later. So I felt like I was kind of smart there. Also, I mean, he didn't really have any reason to Skull, though, because my Nita Queen's already gone, so it's kind of pointless. So he brings in this thing, and I'm like, alright, Yuxi, I guess I just sack you off. I am max speed and timid, so I believe he's max speed Jolly. I don't think I talked to him about that, but I'll ask him after I do this. But anyways, so I could have won the speed tie if it was a speed tie, which it probably would have been. But I don't think Skull would have killed. So it wasn't a huge point doing that. Also, I thought he was going to fake out, so I didn't want Manaphy taking that damage there. It wouldn't have done a whole lot, but still. I believe he actually just goes straight for the Drain Punch. It was smart on his part to have Drain Punch, not High Jump Kick. Just because I feel like it was smart against my team now. Just it helps him get some health back, and I feel like he doesn't need too much extra power. I mean, it could be nice, but so Drain Punch does a fair chunk, and you just go for another one knockout. Yuxi. So we're down. I think 2-4 is the score. So Manaphy, if I bring it back in, it's the same situation I was just in. So it doesn't really help me a whole lot. I mean, I guess I don't have to worry about a fake out now, but still, Manaphy's not in a great position here. So Crawdaunt, my plan is bring in Crawdaunt, right? Alright, so we bring in Sebastian, Crawdaunt. Shout out to the Little Mermaid. Shout out to Flounder. So I go for the Protect here. So he takes a little more poison damage. I highly doubt he'd go for High Jump Kick here if he has it. Doesn't mean Drain Punch, just it's a lot safer of a play. So I think it's a roll, but Aqua Jet looks like it can kill. So go for an Aqua Jet, and come on, kill. And it does. It does, Sebastian. You're giving us hope. We have a little bit of life. A little bit. So now he brings in his Lander, brings in Dench. It's funny he nicknamed this thing Dench, and the Lantern he nicknamed Damn, that's funny. So yeah, Sigma Stealth Arc damage here. So let me actually just go back to where it shows my health. Okay, Intimidate. Okay, nope. I want you to see my exact health. Not really matters. Okay, do you see that? I should have had a pause earlier, but whatever. So looking at the damage calc. So if he's Jolly, there's actually like a 50% chance I live this earthquake here. Because I do have a little bit of investment. I have 4 HP and I think 32 defense. So I do a little bit of investment in my defense, and also Crawdaunt's natural defense is pretty good. It's not bad. I think it's like 85. His HP is like 65 or something, but so that's really bad. But his HP naturally is pretty good. So if he's Jolly, there's a 50-50 chance around there that he'll live this. Now I think he's gonna be adamant. Now he's most likely Scarf. I haven't had a confirmation yet, but I'm pretty sure it's Scarf. So. And I think he's going to be adamant just based off my speed tiers. So I think my the next thing under this thing, or on my team, the closest thing to that in speed that's under it is my Nita Queen, which is 76, I believe. So I'm pretty sure he can carry adamant and still let speed and max speed team in Nito. So He's probably adamant. If so, there's still a slight chance I can live, so I'm just hoping Sebastian. Come on, Sebastian, please pull through. Live it, Sebastian. I don't live it now. Okay, I could have gone for Aqua Jet there, and it wouldn't have knocked him. It would have done like half-ish, around there, something around there. But I went for Crab Hammer there, just hoping I could live, because if I could just live that hit and then kill it, then Manphy could most likely, unless he was like Life Orb, T-Bolt, Frostlass, and Rindo Lantern, unless he was both of those in it, then Manphy could have cleaned up at that point. So I was hoping that I think that was my best play there, just to hope I could live, because even if I did weaken this thing down with Aqua Jet, and then Manphy would have been able to kill it. But I would have been so weakened by an Earthquake that Frostlass could have killed me, I believe. So it goes for Earthquake, and it does do a lot. I do go for Scald, and I don't kill, and I don't get the burn. I was kind of mad about that. I don't think it really mattered in the long run. Who won? It just changed the differential. He goes for another EQ and bops me here, so I'm dead. GG, or that was a good game. We lost in a 3-0. He actually got a fair amount of investment on his line there. So he didn't have that much speed, and he was max attack. And then he had the rest mixed in the special amounts and HP. So there's actually there's a much higher chance of him living that than I thought. Because it was like, I want to say the roll was in my favor for me to just straight up kill with Scald if he was max attack, max speed. And also I still had the chance to burn. I don't think he gave me his exact numbers for his investment there. So I'm not sure what the exact roll was to kill a Scald, but then I think it was probably about like 25-ish% to kill a Scald. Then I still had the 30% chance to burn. So I mean, there's more than 50% chance there that Landers would have died. Not like it matters in the long run, because he could have just brought in Frostlass and Shadow Balled me. I think the Sash, I'm not sure what item it was. He never even brought it out in the battle. But I think after match, he told me his Frostlass set. I don't think it was Life Orb though. He didn't have T-Ball though. He had Shadow Ball and like 3 just like support moves. So Shadow Ball was the only attack. I think it would have killed me. If it didn't, then he could run Lantern. It would have been really weakened from all the hazards. But he did have a Rindo Berry, so he could have lived the Energy Ball, I believe. And then just killed me. So it didn't matter that Landers lived there. It was kind of salt in the wound, you know. So it should have been dead. I mean, I guess I should have Aqua Jetted for different. I didn't want to Aqua Jet for differential though, because if I Aqua Jetted, then I kind of just said, all right, well I lost. I mean, I guess I didn't know he was Scarf, so I could have hoped with Manphy that he wasn't. But I don't know. It's still a close game there for sure. For both of us, it was our closest game so far this season. Even though last week against Stench was a 3-0, and this week is also a 3-0, I feel like this was a lot closer than that 3-0 says, and for the last week against Stench, I feel like it wasn't as close as a 3-0. I feel like last week I did, not like dominate, but I feel like last week you really, I don't know, I feel like it wasn't as close as a 3-0 indicates from last week against Stench, but not like that matters here. So now we're 2-1 with a +5 differential. My dogs are barking. Oh my god. I don't know if you can hear them, but yeah, I'm 2-0. I wish. I'm 2-1 with the +5 differential. Just like last season, actually. After week 3, I was 2-1 with the +5. So, I mean, that's okay, though. I would have liked to win this game, but I guess if there was any game to lose, it would be this. It's non-divisional, so I suppose that's an advantage to take out of this. But it's alright. So next week I'm playing Jolt. Originally I was supposed to play Poi, but unfortunately Poi did have to resign just because she was just busy with life and things, which I totally understand. It was sad to see him go, but we have Jolt now, Jolt of the Token Minorities, and he's really good. I did play him in the Token Minorities tournament, or in the March Madness tournament that they hosted a couple months ago. It was fun. I actually beat him there, but I'll talk more about that next week in the team builder and the battle. But and next week I'm playing Jolt, pretty scared of that. Following week I'm playing Jordy. So 2 big games coming up, 2 big games, so that'll be scary. But this game was pretty close. I feel like I prepped well. I did everything I needed to in prep. Maybe I could have brought some more bulk on Crawdon, but I wasn't really expecting that situation there against Landers to happen. So I feel like my EV still, and all the prep I did was good. Just I really misplayed around the Cario. That thing really messed me up. I overpredicted. Just I think yeah, Or definitely got in my head. He really played me. He did well. Because like at the start of the game, he was playing really safe, and then with Lantern, he made that aggressive Scald play. Then he really just got in my head. He really he really did a good job doing what he does best and just winning those mind games, winning those 50-50. So good job, Aura, though. This was a really close game. Yeah, though. So I think I can make it to Pokeball. I'm not saying I will, but I think I definitely can. And if I do, I think you're the one I would be facing there. I think right now Aura is the top contender. That's word contender. In the no, I'm in the moon. I'm in the moon. He's the top one in the Sun division. So he's one I would expect to make the Pokeball from their division. I could be wrong. I don't know. So if I make it, I expect to see him there, and hopefully we'll have a good game there. But anyways, I've rambled on long enough, more than long enough, and yeah. Thank you guys for watching this battle. It was a little longer than it needed to be, just because I kept rambling on, but whatever. Yeah, next week we're playing Jolts. That'll be hype. Should be a good match. Comment in this video saying how I failed and I choked a little bit. I let you guys down. Sorry about it. But yeah, next week will be good. Subscribe to me. Sub to Aura. He's a pretty cool guy. He's pretty stellar. Yeah. So check out the MPL channel as well. Just check out all the things, all the links, all the hub cool things. Manaphy's 6 kills now. Should be 7. Got a little unlucky there. That's alright now. Anyways, as I said like 12 times, I'll see you guys later next week.